What up, G-Life? It's your boy MC Shadow. Hope you guys are gonna enjoy this video right here. Now this video is about crews that became neighborhoods. You know what I mean? Because now, if you want to know what's the difference between a hood and a crew, a tagging crew, I have a video right here. When you go to Hood Talks, and it's called the difference between hoods and tagging crews. I break it down right there. You know what's the difference. But these are the ones that became that were crews that became hoods. Because if there's one thing I see a lot, and I don't understand why, is a lot of fools be like, them fools are just a tagging crew, or like, them fools are bitches, man. They're just taggers. Like, first of all, taggers are down for their shit too. You know, like just because you're from a tagging crew doesn't make you a bitch or a pussy or nothing like that. Like there's tagging crews that go at it with neighborhoods and seem to hold their own, you know, pretty good. You know what I mean? Like, just because you're from a tagging crew doesn't make you soft, you know what I mean? I met a gang of fools that were taggers that were real riders, you know what I mean? A lot of the homies were from tagging crews before they became gang members. Some clicas from some varrios were tagging crews, you know what I mean? There's homies in there that are big dogs, that are pesados, that used to be taggers. So what, they were all bitches? All of them are bitches? The whole clicas are full of bitches because they were tagging crews or not? You know what I mean? Like, all of that shit is nonsense, you know, to be thinking like that. You know what I mean? That's what happens when you let lies go on without getting checked. People start believing it to be true, but they don't make it true. Here's just some. We're gonna start with south side of LA, because it was one of the homies' ideas for this video. So you know, we're gonna do the south side first. You know what I mean? So let's get into it.
From the bottom of the block where we really gang, where we don't never speak a word, we just let it bang. That's life up in the bottom where we could never hang. It's that before dishonor, swear to God I'll never rank. And boy, I'll never break, I'm built for this just like a tank. You diss me once, homie, you won't get another chance. And I won't even speak a word, I'll just let it blast. I put that on the vital, homie, that I'm down to smash. And you come and test the water, see if it don't crack. And real G's never switch up, never take the stand. A real G keeps it solid, never rolls with rats. I'm true to the code, homie, never looking back. And ain't no dirt up in my name, homie, those are facts. I keep it G, homie, I don't ever have to act. Ain't nothing like these suckers on the net that spitting cats. Boosting up their name for the fame is considered crack. You already knew on where I stand. With the homies posted in the vital daily packing strats. Boy, la vida loca, it be crazy in my habitat. That before dishonor is my code and ain't no turning back. That before dishonor is my code and ain't no turning back.
G-File.
Here's another neighborhood on the south side, right here in Bell. Now this one is roughly more of a smaller neighborhood. Like I said, they were a tagging crew first that became a neighborhood. UMK standing for Unstoppable Mexican Kings, or Us Mexican Kings, which are located right here in the city of Bell, where Bell High School's at, on Flora Street. That's why they have the Flora Street the locals. And UMK is one of these tagging crews, you know, that was never like deep. Like they were never like had a lot of members, but shit, they with the business, homie. You know, you hear about these guys, you've seen them up, you share the activity. They got homies busted, and they got writers on their side. You know what I mean? And they do come out of the city of Bell, you know, where they originated from. You know, there's Unstoppable Mexican Kings right here on Florida Street, man. And hey, they're still active, they still function, and you know, you can still catch them up, holding it down for theirs right there in the city of Bell. Here we have WSK, which is right here in Bell. WSK, standing for We So Crazy, originated right here out of the city of Bell. Now it's Huntington Park, but geographically it's Huntington Park, but it's really Bell. They have several locations. You can find them through Wilcox and like Bell Avenue. You can find them through Brompton, through Gage, but also right here through Loma Vista Avenue. Not Place, you know, because that's, you know, the Loma Vista places, but Loma Vista Avenue. Also right here on Nevada, the dead end, almost by Tom's Burger, is, you know, where you can find the WSK neighborhood. You know, they're an average sized neighborhood. You know, they do have members. You know, they're deeper than a crew. You know what I mean? They were always active, gang banging. You know what I mean? But like I said, they were a crew that was roughly around in the 2000s and became a neighborhood roughly like around 2014, 10, roughly around there is what I was told. I do know that there's another one in the South Central area. I'll be talking about more about that situation when I get to a video that I have about all that. But yeah, the WSK neighborhood is with the business. We so crazy, and they, like I said, is a perfect example of crews that are with the business, homie. Now right here we have the city of Maywood. Now Maywood, is home to another tagging crew that became a neighborhood, which is the FIU Locos 13 neighborhood. Throughout the 50s, rolling 50s, on 57th, 54th, all of that. On Fishburn, that's where you see the Fishburn Locos. That's also how they write it, for FIU, for Fishburn. But they stand for fucking it up, fearless, they have a bunch of things that they make it stand for. But the one you hear the most is like Furious Locals, and the Fishburns, and fucking it up. Is the ones that you hear, the most often. And this was a deep crew, you know what I mean? That originated at the East LA area, but set up shop and became a neighborhood right here in Maywood. Became a neighborhood roughly around the, mid 2000s, but had been around already since early 2000s, maybe the 90s, transitioning into 2000s. They were deep. They're not as deep as they used to be, but nonetheless, homie, they hold it down, and they still have the writers representing, Now here you have another one. Is KWS. KWS standing for Kings with Style, Crazy Wicked Sureños, Crazy Ways. They have several meanings of what they mean for. This was a tagging crew that was around roughly around the late 80s, early 90s. Became a neighborhood roughly in the early 2000s. They're located right here in Maywood. They're located on Mayflower and 56, 57th. Throughout the 50s, you could also find them on Maywood Avenue and 60. Is also where they're located at. They have several different spots in which they hang out right here in Maywood. Now, I know that KWS did get into 18th Street, but some of them chose to keep it around and, keep it going, and ended up becoming a neighborhood. So while 18th Street has a clique called KWS, it beefs it with these KWS, which used to be one neighborhood before. That was a large tagging crew. But they just went off to do their own thing and, climb the ranks and, achieve that status.